Well, the holiday season is a time for food, family, and fun, but those can be stressful, and that can be harmful to your health. Here to tell us all about stress and what to look out for is Dr. Ronald Downs in today's Health and Beauty Breakdowns. Good morning, Dr. Downs.
Good morning.
We're going to be soothing and calm as we talk about this segment today, aren't we?
We're going to try.
Well, what happens to our bodies during stress? Because it is such a difficult time.
It is. It's a season to be merry, but it's also the season of highest stress and anxiety.
Yeah.
We can really break it down into 3 F's: food, family, and finances.
Oh, yeah.
And studies show that those are the 3 things that really cause a majority of our stress during this time of year. Actually, 75% of most illnesses can be tracked to stress either directly or indirectly. And the American Psychological Society actually did a study that showed 50% of women who experience heightened stress during this time of year actually experience it to the point where it affects their health. And as a result of that, about 40% of them will turn to things like food for comfort, or even 28% of them will turn to things like alcohol for comfort.
Start self-medicating, right?
Exactly. And those aren't things that are good for our bodies. No. As a matter of fact, what happens when we experience stress? Well, a couple things happen to our body. First and foremost, our body secretes a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone that gets us ready to deal with the stress. It's that fear, fright, or flight reaction that we experience. But cortisol has some side effects like weight gain and nervousness and things along those lines. Our body also stimulates a thing called the autonomic nervous system. This is a thing in our body that helps us, again, get ready to deal with whatever stressor is coming at us. But the side effects of that are things like depression, migraines, obesity, digestive problems, irritable bowel syndrome, cancer, and a host of other things.
They can seem so mysterious, but they're real.
And you don't know where they're coming from, and it's all the time it's been this stressful environment that we have over the holiday season. And so we have a couple physical responses that we can feel, and we can really directly attribute them to the stress that we're having. Increased stomach acids would be one of them. Our blood pressure goes up. Our heart rate and our respirations increase. And these are all physiological responses to this autonomic nervous system and cortisol response. And also, they cause symptoms like headaches. Our necks get stiff. We feel tightness in our shoulders. Our backs start to hurt. And, you think, well, maybe I slept wrong last night, or maybe I'm sitting wrong in the car. It's the stress.
You can come up with a million excuses for whatever ails you, but you really should consider stress. What are some of those key symptoms to look for? The
real problem is, and here's the real important thing that really can cause problems. You start to feel cranky as a result of all this. These hormones do this to you, and you can't even deal with the small problems that come up. You can feel frustrated. You can lose your temper more often. You find yourself yelling it for no reason at all. Geez, I never do that. You feel jumpy or tired all the time, and then you find it hard to focus on even the smallest tasks. And as that stress builds, and as these things occur, it causes even more anxiety. So it's sort of a snowball effect.
Well, what are some solutions? We're going to be hopefully talking about those soon.
Well, there's a lot of great solutions. Unfortunately, we don't want food and alcohol to be the mainstay of those solutions. So we have some great healthy tips that we're going to talk about next time we get together that'll really help us deal with the stress in a very healthy way.
In the meantime, if you're not feeling the best, it could be stress. So keep that in mind.
That's right.
All right. If you have ideas for future topics, just head to 16 Morning News and our webpage and just click on Health and Beauty Breakdowns and let us know. Thank you, Dr. Downs, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, and stay stress-free.
I will do my best.
Okay.
It'll be a trick, that's for sure.